It's finally happening, people! Florian Wirtz to Liverpool is a done deal. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to center around the big breaking news that broke late last night from one Fabrizio Romano, who stated that there is now a verbal agreement in place between Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen for the transfer of one Florian Wirtz. It seems that we can finally lay this story to bed. There was no need for Liverpool fans to panic at all, and that Florian Wirtz will become a Liverpool player this summer. We're going to be talking all about this transfer story and everything else that goes along with it. But before we go any further and discussing all of that and much more, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. And of course, I encourage you all to get involved in the comments section down below. Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, on this monumental and groundbreaking transfer story. Use and abuse that comment section, people, because I'm sure what you have to say will make for great and interesting reading. So please do go ahead and get involved in the conversation. I absolutely do encourage it. And without further ado, we're going to get on with the conversation ourselves. We're talking Liverpool. We're talking Florian Wirtz and the beautiful partnership that these two are going to create, in my opinion, going forward. Look, I am so happy about this. I am absolutely buzzing about this. When the news dropped late last night from Fabrizio Romano, I couldn't tell you how excited I was, because even though it was sort of expected that this move was going to go ahead, even though it was expected that Florian Wirtz would become a Liverpool player this summer, of course, we've been burned by this kind of thing before as Liverpool fans, so you never quite know for definite if this is actually going to go ahead or not. But it does seem that everything is now in place for all the loose ends to be tied up, the medical, the last little bits of paperwork to be signed off and sealed, and then obviously the official unveiling of a brand new shiny player to add to the ranks of this Liverpool squad. But it does seem Florian Wirtz is going to become Liverpool's next big player, and I, for one, cannot wait to see this guy in action, and especially in a Liverpool shirt. The news broke late last night from one Fabrizio Romano, arriving very late in the day like a winger at the back post waiting for a tap-in to score a winning goal. He basically stated this: exclusive, Florian Wirtz to Liverpool, here we go. Liverpool verbally agreed deal in principle with Bayer Leverkusen for package reaching 150 million euros, add-ons included. Players' side already agreed 2 weeks ago, with move now imminent. Wirtz set for medical and contract signing. Oh, it's exciting. Oh, it's exciting. It's groundbreaking. It's monumental. It is such a statement deal, in my opinion. Liverpool have finally arrived in these in this, and we've actually made, in my opinion, like I say, an absolute statement of a signing, a ground-shaking, earth-breaking signing, in my personal opinion. We were mocked and ridiculed of years gone by for not having the sort of bite-the-bullet mentality when it came to sort of transfers and trying to win players over from other clubs. And now we have just gone and bought one of the most exciting prospects in world football. A player for the here and now, but also a player for the long-term future. A player who's 22 years old, been absolutely tearing it up in the Bundesliga and in European competitions these past few years. Helped, obviously, Bayer Leverkusen towards an invincible domestic season in which they did the double in terms of, obviously, the Bundesliga title and the German domestic cup as well. Helped reach a Europa League final with Leverkusen as well. This guy has been a big cog in the Bayer Leverkusen machine under Xabi Alonso these past few years. And now we've just gone out and bought one of the most creative influencers in current modern day football. It is absolutely monumental. And this is how I've been praying and hoping and calling out for Liverpool to act for so long. Like, I've never denied that we don't spend money. The only thing I've said is that we don't frequently spend money. We don't go out there and make the statement signings that a Manchester City do, that sometimes even like an Arsenal have done in these past few years, like a Chelsea sometimes have done over the years, and a United when they were at the peak of their powers have done. We don't necessarily do that kind of thing. But this, in my opinion, is that. Is he a world class player? Not quite. He's not quite there yet. But there is no doubt about it that with time being on his side, with there being plenty of opportunity to gather experience, to file out the rough edges of his game, to iron out his game, for him to grow and evolve as a man and as a player with all the experience and everything, there is no doubt about it that this guy could reach that kind of bracket. There is no doubt about it that he could reach that kind of status, that kind of title. There is no doubt in my mind, in my opinion, that he can't reach those kinds of levels because he has got all the tools that make him one of the most creative influencers in the game. He's got a bit of work rate about him as well, so he's not just a creative influence. He's going to be very useful in all other areas. He can work as the false nine. He can be a creative force as well behind the number 9. It's such an incredible player to have within our system and within our ranks, and it's someone that we desperately need as well. I've said this time and time again. Mo Salah isn't exactly getting any younger, and he needs some help because even though we have won the league this year, you do feel like the other attacking members of our squad are very inconsistent, whether it be from a creative standpoint or a goal-scoring standpoint. We seem to rely on Mo a little heavily more so on him than any of the other attackers, because we know that the other attackers in the team are very inconsistent. Luis Diaz will pop up every now and again, but it's never a consistent thing. Like Cody Gakpo will do the same. Nunez, Jota, whoever you name in the attacking lineup will do the same. They'll turn up for a game or two here and there, but it's never anything majorly consistent. This guy, in my opinion, represents consistency. This guy, in my opinion, is going to be a big creative influence that is going to just take some of that weight off of Mo Salah's shoulders to be like, you don't have to do it all on your own, you know. You can trust me. You can give me the ball, you can trust me, and I will help you in goal scoring or assisting or creating opportunities, whatever it may be. And I have a feeling that if they are to strike up a beautiful, beautiful partnership, then those two especially could be absolutely deadly in terms of obviously tearing up and absolutely being a nightmare for any defense that they come up against, whether it be domestically or across Europe. So I'm extremely happy by this. I cannot wait to see this guy in action. I can't wait to see how he links up with some of the other players in the team, like a McAllister, like a Salah, like obviously a Gakpo, or, you know, depending on who's going to be there at the beginning of next season. I can't wait to see how this guy fits in with this system, with the way that we play, and with obviously the players that are going to be in and around him. I am very much excited about this news, about this signing. And like I say, it's about time Liverpool woke up and started acting like a big team that we claim to be, but have never shown in these transfer windows. You know, we've made a lot of these... We've made a lot of these stories over the years of players that we could have gone on to sign but lost out to other teams, or we didn't quite go in for him as properly as what we should have done, and therefore we've missed a big opportunity. And now we've got that. We're in a position now where we've done that. We've shown that we can do that, and now it's about, again, consistency. It's about us doing it again next year. It's about us going out there again and making another statement signing to constantly build on what we are building and what we've built already. you know, it seems like they're in full trust of Arne Slot, and why wouldn't you be after not giving him anything last year when he first came in? He won a league title and did so, like I say, without the help of the board, without the help of them just basically going, here's 10 million for Chiesa, you figure it out. They've actually this time gone, you know what? Trent's gone, we'll give you Frimpong. We've already got you a goalkeeper. We're probably going to get Kirkes. That seems to be going ahead. And then we get a number 10 as well. A number 10 that can also be a false 9, as a lot of people are claiming. So I rate our transfer business a lot. And this is probably the most exciting transfer window I can remember in my lifetime of being a Liverpool fan. This is the biggest transfer window, I think, since I've been a Liverpool fan. It's been absolutely incredible so far, and it doesn't look like we're going to be slowing down anytime soon. Like I say, Kirkes is probably going to be next through the door. We've already spent money on a goalkeeper. There are so many reports out there that Liverpool are looking for a striker, so that could be next on the list. And then potentially maybe a centre-back, depending on how the situations go of outgoings. I would imagine that once Kirkes is through the door, which looks like it's going to be happening, like 95% sure that's going to be happening, it does seem like Liverpool are then going to be focused on shifting on a few players. There's the links of Saudi Arabia for Darwin Núñez. Luis Diaz has constantly got speculation surrounding him. Harvey Elliott could also be going. Kostas Tsimikas maybe leaving because obviously Kirkes is coming through the door. There's talk about Gomez, there's talk about Kwanzaa, there's talk about one or two other players as well within the ranks at Liverpool. So I would imagine that Liverpool are probably going to be focused on outgoings for the next several weeks or so before maybe they go in for a striker, depending on how obviously the opportunistic side of this transfer market is going to run over the next several weeks, of course, and whether or not Liverpool can afford to miss out on a certain opportunistic signing if it should come up or if it should rise. There's obviously the Club World Cup that's going on or beginning from this weekend onwards, so that's going to be interesting to obviously look out for as well. But yeah, bottom line here, Florian Wirtz to Liverpool is a done deal, and I for one cannot wait to see this man in action, to see this man in a Liverpool shirt. How is he going to adapt to the Premier League? There are going to be a couple of question marks like that. Can he match up with the physical demand? Will he be able to replicate his form in a different system, in a different setup, or a slightly different setup to the one he's used to at Leverkusen, and especially the setup that he has obviously with the Bundesliga? Is he going to be able to replicate that at Liverpool? I think it might take a little bit of time. Especially with the physical demand and the physicality side of it. But this guy has proven it in the Bundesliga. This guy has proven it on a Champions League and Europa League setup. I have no worries whatsoever with this. I think that, you know, I know it's like 150 million euros, the total overall package, but I think this is money well spent. And, you know, it did take a little bit of time, but we finally got there in the end with this deal. I know that Liverpool were haggling over a few million here and a few million there, but it was seemingly inevitable that this was going to get across the finish line in some way, shape or form, and finally we can say it pretty much has. We are just waiting the official confirmation, we're just waiting for the medical side of things, and then the tying up of loose ends, and then it will be a done, dusted, signed, sealed and delivered transfer story that we have right now. And like I say, I'm ecstatic so far. I am very much ecstatic so far. Like I say, the most exciting transfer window I can remember in my lifetime of being a Liverpool fan. This has all the tools and all the makings for one hell of a transfer window, and the promise and prospect of one hell of a, hopefully, historic making season for the Reds. Look, those are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of Florian Wirtz to Liverpool being given the here we go treatment from Fabrizio Romano. Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling down below in that comment section, and would love to know what you guys are thinking and feeling about this transfer story. Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, on this conversation down below in that comment section. So please do use and abuse it. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things I'll always and forever be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. Thank you all for your continued or brand new support to the channel, whichever one it is. It absolutely means the world to me, guys. Can't thank you enough for the support that you've been showing the channel throughout the entire course of it. You guys are absolutely awesome, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Will always be appreciated and never taken for granted. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I will soon speak to you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon.